guys. Another action-packed episode of Gourmet Scum is coming at your ocular tubules.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been some times, man. It's been some times.
When do you? Well, so I've been on vacation. Bless you. For a couple weeks. I think, what was the last episode? Bobby was here?
Bobby. Yeah.
Bobby!
Same with Crept. So it's been a while.
It is. Not to say for lack of trying, as you guys saw in the update. It's not like you haven't recorded anything.
Yeah.
So, tried.
Yeah.
But we're here.
Sure are.
So, here's the thing, guys. We are about to go see The Predator. Shane Black, Fred Dekker, Tupac is back. Black and Dekker is back. And so you'll see this episode where we talk about it, and then after we leave the theater, we will give a little reaction to what we just saw.
Yeah, you'll have to get that on your phone.
We will get it on my phone. That's
So
true.
you can add it to.
Yeah. But before that, do you want to talk about RetroCon? No, Neon Retro Fest.
We can talk a little.
Or do you
bit
want to talk about RetroCon?
I mean, we are going to be at RetroCon in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
October 14th and 15th. Something like that. I mean, we're leaving Friday.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll be there.
Yeah.
For all your fun, toy, nostalgia, 80s retro needs.
Yeah.
You know.
We're gonna have to figure out how to bring it all. We got a lot of stuff we're gonna sell. We gotta figure that out. Anywho, but we'll be there. But we went to Neon Retro Fest a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and we did a full video about it, and it got destroyed or whatever.
Yeah,
Something screwed up.
There was a file issue, and it just didn't turn out that great. When we talked about it, listen, it was fun. There's room for improvement. We danced.
How we danced.
We looked most epic and radical and most triumphant in our outfits. Yeah. Maybe there's some pictures here, maybe not.
There's a picture right there.
There's some good. there was some good and some bad. And there's room for improvement.
Yeah, just it was a retro neo-futuristic festival. We talked about it leading up to it, and here's the thing: Rhode Island, awesome. Go back again. I'd go back to the con again. But we had a good time in Rhode Island. We
it was
did a
fun.
lot of toy shopping and hunting, and
as you saw in the video.
It's the first con of its kind. Its first year. The promoters are not first-time con promoters, so they do need to kind of change some things. But overall, definitely not the worst con I've ever been to.
No.
At all, actually. But they just need to. They do need to change some things and beef it up.
Well, but I said in the video, which nobody will get to see, but I'm saying it right now.
Wow.
My expectations were also
high.
A little high for what we got, and that's no fault to them because they didn't false advertise. They gave you what they said they were going to give you. It just, I don't think it was all-encompassing as it should or could have been, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
As far as really setting you back into the 80s by way of the future, it needs some work. But yeah, I mean, we had some good times.
The Saturday, so it's a 3-day show. It could go down to 2. Easy. Should go down to 2.
Yeah.
And the main day, that Saturday night, was an enjoyable time. People
Yeah.
were dressed up. The vibe was more.
The synthwave bands were rocking and
They
rolling,
really were.
really taking you into the future by way of the 1980s.
Yeah. So for that,
So that was fun.
that was cool.
But we spent most of the day out in Rhode Island, checking out vintage toys and eating delicious foods.
Foods. Whoo! Warwick Jiggers. Shout out Jiggers.
Jiggers.
That brunch.
And I liked, Barry
Oh.
Hoo-hoo, or whatever. the fuck that place is.
Arugas.
Arugas. Yeah.
Arugas. I think it was Arugas.
Aruga.
Yeah, it's a chain out there, but I'll tell you what, the menu was like, I don't know, 1,000 pages and everything. Well, not everything.
But it had a lot of stuff.
They had a lot of food, but I had all good stuff. You had mostly good stuff.
I had mostly good stuff. Yeah.
But they also, we're here in Western New York, their sauces have won awards out here near Buffalo, and I bought some.
Tried that sauce yet?
It's almost gone.
Oh, yeah?
And my wife was like, "Woo!" Like, I was like, "Yeah, you gotta try this sauce," and she's been putting it on everything, so it's almost gone. Probably gone this weekend.
Putting on her toes. She's putting it in slippers to mow the lawn. I mean,
she may do that this weekend. Yeah, the lawn needs to be mowed. So yeah, it was good. It was Arugas. But shout out to Robert Parker and Absolute Valentine and Wave Shaper for really bringing the heat.
Bringing the synth.
They did synth heat. That was crazy. That was good times.
Yeah, you could use some more vendors.
You guys could use some more vendors.
And more transportation back into the 80s. But again, you did what you said you were going to do. It just needed to be a little different.
You also have to come, and we talked about it in the video, for us who've gone to cons for the last, 2 decades, literally. I mean, really, like, we've gone to so many.
In the 90s.
Yeah. Low cons and high cons. The best and worst. And like I said, you guys are not the worst at all by far. Like, we've gone to some shit cons, but it really, we just come in it like, this is what would have made this better. You know what I mean? And I think...
I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who had an amazing time and it was exactly what they wanted it to be. Which is great. So, expectations aside, it was good. It could be better. There's room for improvement. Check it out.
Do check it out. Yeah, do check it out. And honestly, if you're into synthwave, it's worth the price of admission just to see all the bands that they had lined up because it was a insane set.
Yeah.
So, do we want to talk about some news, or you just want to talk about?
We can talk about some news. We can talk about anything.
So, we saw today they did the trailer for the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Finally, we got a trailer. It comes out next month.
I was so impressed.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man, this is great. I already saw like a bunch of people being like, if the cat doesn't talk.
Oh my god, my friend!
I just like this
same
isn't
thing.
Sabrina the Teenage
I know.
Witch. It's a lot of people who just aren't informed as far as
the comics,
where Sabrina is from, how old this character is, and what they did to the character in recent years.
Yes.
This is not This isn't a reboot of the '90s. Fun Melissa Joan Hart television kids teens show.
Yeah.
It's not. So.
This is the Greg Berlanti version. Well, it's not even the Greg Berlanti. I mean, he's adapting it, but they have the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina as a comic.
This was a later comic.
Yes.
Again, it's not even, it is taking from the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
And all of that stuff, and Sabrina from back then and everything. But this is the much darker, newer comic book take of Sabrina, and it's right up my alley. Clearly it's up your alley, and it's up a lot of people's alley, it seems to be. So just give it a shot, you kids who, grew up in the 90s thinking that Sabrina the Teenage Witch was all that, as the kids would say back then.
I don't know. I
never watched that, of course. I was, in my 20s when that show
late
was...
40s. So I did watch it.
I did not.
Because I liked her from Clarissa, and I liked that cat, Salem. He was a cool cat.
Stupid.
But I definitely don't want to see, okay, not to say I don't want to see it again, but this needs to be different. And I like what he did with Riverdale.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure. And the fact that it's intertwined.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do we know this?
It is.
It better be.
Watch. Mark my words. You'll see.
I hope so, because I was really, really hoping at the end of Riverdale, just a sneak peek at her. Yeah. You don't have to go into that world necessarily, but just a sneak. So
you'll see.
I hope so. But this looks spooktacular, and it's coming out right before Halloween.
It's great. Great. There's so much stuff coming out around Halloween time.
Well,
it's
new
fantastic.
What's his name? They're doing another haunting House on Haunted Hill.
The
Haunting. Another haunting.
It's not House on Haunted Hill. It's the Haunting of Hell.
Yes.
Hell House.
Yes.
Which is coming to Netflix.
Same day.
And
Castlevania's that same day.
Castlevania.
Woo!
Hulu.
I don't even want to leave the house.
Has another horror show. It's an anthology show, and it's based on all of the holidays.
Like that movie. Did you
kind of
watch
like
that movie?
Yeah, kind of like that movie, but it's their own episode, like hour-long episode
to each
holiday.
But a horror version.
And it's horror, yeah. And it's,
shit.
That's
Didn't even hear about this.
Hulu's. It's a Blumhouse.
Oh wow! Then I'm there.
Yeah, it's a series. Yeah. That's gonna come out on Hulu. So I mean, good God, people. 'Tis the season, and then in cinemas.
Cinemas. Well, I mean, starting off, Predator.
Yeah, we've got the Predator. The Nun just came out, which is doing huge business for New Line.
I did my write-up, and I was like, holy cow.
We've got Goosebumps 2.
Yep.
Hitting, which is Haunted Halloween.
Yep.
Come on. And
when's that Klaus, the house, the clock in the dude's house? Is that coming out?
Well, that's not really a Halloween movie, though.
No, but
it's like a kid's supernatural thriller.
That's
the 21st. But in front of that, for 1 week only, you get to see Thriller, Michael Jackson's Thriller, in IMAX, completely cleaned up, restored, and in 3D on the IMAX screen in front of House of the Clock in its walls. For 1 week, starting September 21st. And I'm so excited.
Bananas!
That must mean we are finally going to get that Blu-ray release. I truly believe so. That we're gonna
Think so?
Oh, yes. I think this is the
about
first
time.
step.
Yeah. And it will probably be in 3D. It'll probably in 4K.
Both versions, I think. And then it'll have the making of.
The making of. Oh,
which
yes.
is
So good. So good.
And then, of course, October 19th, the granddaddy, the big daddy of it all, Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
The new, 40 years later, the new Halloween 2, which we will be in Los Angeles.
We'll be in Hollyweird.
To see the Thursday night showing of Halloween.
We may be in the Chinese...
Who knows? I'm going to talk to Mike Mendez, and I'm going to get his best theater experience.
Convent.
It was great.
No, you said it's coming to theater.
Oh, The Convent. The Convent,
yeah.
Mike Mendez's nunsploitation comedy horror film.
Yeah.
Is coming to theaters on October 12th for one night only.
So we'll do a special
theaters.
Thing for that too.
It's the night before we head off to RetroCon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, a movie that we both love and have loved since it came out. I mean,
have quoted since it came out, for sure.
I mean, it's 18, 19 years now that we've loved that movie. It was 2000 when it came out.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow.
Shot in 99, came out in 2000. We saw a VHS UK import that I got from Blackest Heart Media. And that's how we saw the comic.
Jeez.
So and we have a relationship with Mike Mendez. And I recently got to hang out with the man. It was fantastic. And we're going to see him in LA.
We have a hell of a October.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's been the most packed because the last few years, unless we're shooting something, it hasn't really been, like, they've been putting all these horror things in September, so it hasn't felt as much like Halloween-y in the last few years, but this year, I mean, really, like, we've got a lot of things going on.
Makes the nips rigid.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The nips and the tips are so rigid right now.
In Halloween-y goodness.
That's right. Black and orange.
Mm.
I'm going to...
Oh, and the Trick or Treat is getting a Scream Factory.
Yeah. Trick or Treat is coming out. Scream Factory.
When's that?
Crazy cool. It's in October.
That's in October.
Yeah. If you order it from Scream
We
Factory...
didn't make a lot of money at Retro.
If you order it from Scream Factory, it'll ship 2 weeks before, so probably the end of September. It'll ship to you.
So then I should probably do that then.
And it's cheaper from Scream Factory than it is Amazon right now.
Then I should definitely do that.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that'll be my birthday present in addition to...
And then we've got, of course, Fright Rags is putting out a ton of great Halloween shirts. Halloween, the movie shirts, both
of course,
78 and the new one. And they just
Teen Wolf.
showed off the Teen Wolf stuff, which is out. They are bringing out more General Mills Monster cereal shirts and enamel pins. They are putting 2 more Trick or Treat shirts out.
Are they? Okay.
Which I saw.
And?
One of them I want real bad.
Okay.
It's already on my list.
Does it have
Mr.
the women?
No.
No?
No, it doesn't have the women on it.
The werewolves!
No, it doesn't have the women on it.
Alright, well.
And they are putting out Trick or Treat themed Halloween decorations.
Oh.
Which look awesome. So,
that's cool.
Fright Rags, man. Fright-rags.com. Check them out. They're good friends of ours.
Yeah.
We love their product. I'm wearing one of them right now.
I'm wearing a Scream Factory shirt.
Well,
I thought about wearing my Trick or Treat
love.
shirt, but yeah. Yeah. Well, that's crazy. Whew. It's a lot of thick stuff.
Yeah, so we're going to RetroCon, and then 3 days later, we're heading off to LA for 5 days of chicanery.
Debauchery.
Yeah.
18th through the 23rd.
Just lots of... We got some fun stuff planned. Locations and possible interviews.
We'll do some shooting.
Oh, for sure.
Big time.
Halloween Horror Nights. So,
we'll periscope that one.
So pumped for that.
I am really pumped for that. We already got our tickets.
I'm pumped for Universal for all of it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
Iron Fist dropped.
I watched it all.
Okay.
Yep.
So, without spoiling, only because I'm only on episode... I think we just started episode 6 this morning.
It's funny, Katie was like, she's like, I don't care. And then
Really?
she ended up watching the whole thing.
And liking it.
Yeah.
So far, better.
It is.
Though the episode I just watched was dumb. The writing was so dumb.
Which one?
And it sucks because the directing was so good. It's the first episode, second episode where Misty shows up. So the first episode she just kind of shows up. The second episode she's throughout the whole thing. But the writing is like, and I don't want to say too much, it's just like, I was like, where are they going? What are these people saying right now? But like, it looks really good. You could tell that they got a good director for it, but anywho.
Well, I mean, you can tell right off the bat.
They definitely are trying.
They stepped up their game. They got new showrunners. I mean, it's rocking and rolling. And at
is
the
it
end
a
of it,
female showrunner? Because it's like all female writers.
At the end of it, we were like, okay, this was
ready.
Yeah, this was good. This was like they redeemed it.
Good.
And there's some really cool stuff.
I like Typhoid Mary. I like Davos.
There's some stuff, man. There's some good stuff.
I definitely like Misty and Colleen together.
Oh yeah, episode 6 is fantastic.
Well, that's where we're at. Yeah, those two, they need their own situation.
There's some twists which are fun near the end there. It's it's solid. They mentioned Matt Murdock a lot in this season.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. And we got a teaser for that.
Yeah, which
for
is
season 3.
clearly coming in December.
So somebody, well, not so, Chris said he thinks, and I don't know why, October 19th.
No.
Because that's when, I don't remember what the reasoning behind it, he said, and I was like, it just seems like it's going to be November or December.
I think it'll be December.
Because a lot of times they do them in November. They did like Iron Fist, I think, and Luke Cage or whatever, but
if it is November, fantastic.
Yeah.
Sweet. The sooner the better.
They could put it out whenever the Aquaman weekend is. Because they did that with season 2.
December 21st or something like that.
Well, I remember them doing Daredevil season 2 the same weekend that it was either Batman or Justice League opened, and I remember being like, that was a real kind of F you, Marvel. But, whatever. Daredevil is my favorite of those.
For sure.
The Punisher, a very close second,
Yeah.
and then Jessica Jones, a very close third.
It's gonna be good. I mean, I'm ready. Give me that Daredevil.
Mm-hmm. Bullseye's gonna come.
I love when Bullseye comes.
He always hits the spot.
Yeah, that's right. Number 1 with a bullet. Splat out.
What were you gonna say? Or was that what you were?
What else?
News-wise, Henry Cavill's not Superman, or is he?
I don't know what that is. I don't care.
It's dumb.
I like Henry Cavill. I think they have fucked him over.
I think
they're not giving a shit about Superman, and he clearly cares, and he was passionate about it. And they have idiots running that department over there. That's really all you can say. They truly do. They don't know what the fuck they're doing over there. And I don't really care what any DC fan says. You got goggles on. They're idiots. They don't know what they're doing. It sucks for you DC fans who love these properties so much.
I mean, I agree, and I love DC.
It's just like, get your fucking shit together, idiots.
One thing that I will say that I am excited about, kind of, this weekend the DC streaming service launches, and I did pay for it, so I'm going to check that out.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I want to see that Swamp Thing.
Oh my gosh. Derek
now
Mears.
Starring Derek Mears.
I think James Wan's producing that series, and it's Doug Liman's directing the first episode at least.
Sweet.
So it seems like that is, and it's supposed to be a hard R, which obviously Titans is if they're dropping F-bombs and shooting people, but maybe that's the way they're going with this whole thing, is like, you know what, we're just going to do it.
Definitely give Swamp Thing a shot.
Yeah.
I love that character. I love that Derek Mears has been cast.
Yeah.
Definitely love James Wan. So we'll see.
And I like that comic. And it's a lady, I can't remember who wrote it. I want to say it was Jeff Lemire.
Swamp Thing Sings the Blues. It's a good comic.
That was good too. Well, Alan Moore, of course, but you know, we'll see where they're taken from.
It's an ash can.
So the Predator. We've got a long history. It's a long. How many years is the first one?
87.
Was it 87? Okay, so here we are, 31 years later.
Still going strong.
Still
aping those 80s.
Yeah. I'm cautiously optimistic about this movie.
I don't really care.
You want it to be good?
Yeah, but I mean, good is relative when you're talking about the Predator films. You know what I mean? Like, to me, they've all been good, but
I thought you don't like AVP.
No. I don't even
You
count
mean
those.
just
I don't even
Predator?
count Alien versus Predator.
Okay, so you're talking about...
I'm talking about...
Predator, Predator 2, Predators.
Predators.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, not a one has disappointed me.
Correct. Yeah.
So, I don't know what people really want. I mean, I hear a lot of like, well, what do we want? We want the quality of the first film. Go back and watch that first film. There's quality, but I mean, it's an 80s exploitation action film. It's nothing more, nothing less. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger with sweet fucking lines and a group of sweaty, bemuscled beasts shooting up the jungle after this alien in a sweet prosthetic outfit in the 1980s. Like, it ain't Shakespeare.
But
it's
amazing.
Predator.
But it's so good.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. As he would say, it's fantastic. It's #1 box office smash. But, I mean, come on. So you got to do something really wrong, I think, for me to come out of The Predator and be like, that was a stoinker.
Yeah.
You know? I have a feeling
Shane Black.
we'll enjoy it.
Fred Dekker.
Because what I did hear is that the studio has meddled a lot in this thing. So some of it feels like a Shane Black movie, and some of it feels like studio mandates being pushed into it and not really resembling what they wanted to do in the first place. So I
Is that in the editing or is that in the filming process?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Because that sucks if it's in the filming process, because at least in the editing, maybe we would eventually get a Shane Black edition.
Well, I think it's both, from what I hear.
Yeah.
You know,
But I've also read good reviews.
Yeah, I mean,
I've read
you
some
know,
good
it's
reviews.
the fucking Predator.
People, the best Predator since Predator.
Well,
That's what I've been reading.
I know, but for a lot of people didn't like Predator 2. You know, Predators, you know. I think people just expect too much. Certainly now, in this day and age of like fucking...
now.
Everything's got to be up to fucking beyond any sort of standards whatsoever. It can't be like it was, which was just entertaining for some reason.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm still like that. I'm still a child. Things still entertain me. I like things in this day and age. So
I think they're finding too many faults, you know, within everything.
well, everything's got to be explained and fucking... it's Predator, man. So, I don't know. We'll see. I really have no expectations,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, I think I have... So with this movie, I don't have any expectations. I've watched 2 trailers.
I only watched the one. I didn't even watch that new one that came out that everyone seemed to love.
It was an amazing trailer.
I didn't
You know what it was? Wasn't, and I was at... I think it was on TV when I was in California, and I think I just watched it because I was like, oh, it's right here. But it was a great trailer. It felt like a Predator movie. I don't know. I guess
I hear Alan Silvestri's score is in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Who's doing this one? Do we know?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Quant. Maybe it's Alan Silvestri. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't
think
know.
he would come back. Maybe. I guess we'll find out soon. Yeah, I just, you know, for me, as a kid, Alien and Predator was, to me, higher than Freddy and Jason when I was a kid. You know this. Like, I have all the books and comics and toys. Like, for me, that was my Freddy and Jason was, these 2 titans are the best things ever. Now, you know, throughout the years, like, you know, we've had some shitty Alien movies. We've had some, well, mostly Alien vs. Predator Requiem was a real butthole fest.
Stoinker.
And then you know, I like Prometheus a lot.
I love Prometheus.
I can't even remember what happens in
I did not
Covenant.
like Covenant. Not at all.
You didn't like it at all.
No,
you hated
not at
it.
all.
I was like, that was fine. But I don't even remember what happens. Prometheus, that was a whole, like, we set up a world. There was a whole, like, that was a whole new ball game. So I do love that.
Really just ruined his own world.
Which is too bad. And it's funny, like, right after that, like, in the Dark Horse comics, they have a thing where it's the engineers, it's the Predators and the aliens.
I
think
have
it's called
that line.
Blood and Stone.
Yeah, I've got it.
And that's, like, again, do this. You know, like, that's what Chris Walker was like, you know, I really want to see this Predator movie, but I also really just want to see this comic get turned in. And maybe someday. I doubt it. But, you know, there's a lot of good comics out there that they could adapt, but we'll see what this original story from these 2 is.
Yeah, I mean, these guys created the Monster Squad.
Yeah.
Come on now. Give me a break.
Is there kids gonna...
I wish.
There is that kid in
there.
there. It does...
Yeah,
oh, and it
yeah,
takes
but-
place on Halloween, doesn't
That's
it?
right, yep.
Yeah, so... another Halloween thing.
I'm going to be looking for a Monster Squad
Something.
something, just a morsel
It would be a kid wearing a shirt that Stephen King
rules.
shirt. That's what you'll get.
I wish.
I would not be surprised if you saw that.
I would like.
Or if you saw like
like
a mask, like someone in a like in the Wolfman, like something of that design. A kid wearing a costume that's from the Monster Squad. Rudy. Someone's dressed up like that.
Yeah,
that would be super cool. Yeah, but maybe Fox cut it out. No references to the old stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll give you our reactions after and let you know what we thought. But, in other news, Captain Marvel stuff.
Great
Bunch
stuff.
Of pictures.
Loved it all. I was already really excited for this movie, but just the pictures alone had me like.
Don't even need to see a preview.
Yeah, just give me this movie. I want to see this movie. She looks badass. The Skrulls look awesome.
Yeah.
I was just excited to see the Skrulls.
Yeah,
I was like,
I think that was
live
the
action
number
Skrulls!
one
Like,
thing.
I was like, my God. I love what they did, the de-aging of Sam Jackson. I was like, whew.
So does he... I guess he'll just stay like that, right? The whole movie?
Until something happens to his eye.
And well, no, but it's not going to age him
No.
years. But I'm saying,
him.
like,
yeah.
he will be de-aged the entire movie.
Well, that's what I heard. That through the whole movie, they have this technology on him.
Gosh. And Coulson and...
Yeah.
And,
I mean, they don't do too much to Coulson.
there's some wrinkles, maybe.
But it would be funny if he had, like, a mullet.
Just because?
Well, it takes place in the early 90s.
Yeah, I know.
He ain't gonna have a nice shaved head.
No, I know.
You know?
She had a... What does she have? Like a 9 Inch Nail shirt or R.E.M. or
whatever.
something. I don't know. Yeah, that's... I like seeing the back of Ronan.
Well, there's other shots where you see Ronan full on.
Oh, I didn't see.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't opened up my Entertainment Weekly.
Okay,
it's
yeah,
downstairs.
Yeah, there's lots of shots.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Well, jeez. Well, Skrulls are badass, though.
Yeah.
So, do you...
Which gets me thinking that they definitely are going to be playing a larger role, I believe.
Will you...
And who's who and all that good stuff because they take the form of, anything.
Do you think they'll show up as characters in Infinity War?
I think there's going to be something.
Like, do you think, like,
something
maybe
Skrully.
someone dies and you find out it was just a Skrull?
We'll see.
'Cause that's what I'm
I
thinking.
think there's going to be some really awesome reveals.
Skrillex.
Skrillex, yeah. Corey Feldman's going to be in there. It's going to be wild.
He is the King Skrull. I would like to see Kang the Conqueror show up at some point, too. But I think that's more... Well, I guess now that Disney owns Fox, I guess it doesn't... They can do whatever the hell they want.
I mean, who knows? Who knows, man? And they're still shooting.
Are they?
Yeah.
Seems like it's been a while.
That just came out that they are still shooting the back end of Part 4.
Oh!
But I think that's because they're adding some fun.
Well, then they're adding Fox things.
They're adding some
There's
fun
no
stuff.
way they're not doing it then, if they're still shooting. How the hell are they still shooting?
They are.
What? That's wild.
It's exciting.
We got a preview for She-Ra.
Yeah, and again, people were going bonkers as far as, not my She-Ra, more like He-Ra. It boggles my mind, folks. Boggles my mind. So bizarre.
Go back. Okay, I have not watched She-Ra. I will admit to that. But I've watched He-Man, and it's not good from the 80s.
See, it's not even that. It's just the fact that
they're even
people
doing it.
My age,
The animation
in their 40s,
bad,
are crying and complaining about a She-Ra cartoon. Like, what?
It's for your kid, man.
Watch it. If you don't like it, no fuss, no muss.
Yeah. We are in a magical world where there's too much television. There's too many movies. There's too much sources of something will entertain you.
Your beloved 80s properties aren't going anywhere. They're still there.
Yeah. How many seasons was She-Ra? originally.
She-Ra was 725 seasons, as opposed to He-Man's 2.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Was there one?
No. See, and She-Ra for me, even now, I think, to be honest, some of the She-Ra is better than He-Man.
Yeah.
As far as the stories that were being told. And I've said this on multiple videos, but I always enjoyed the Horde more than I enjoyed Skeletor and Beastman. Obviously, I have an affinity for them. They came first. They were there. I got all those toys, love the cartoon.
They paved the way.
But man, when the Horde showed up, I was like, okay, these guys are far more, to this little kid's eyes, badass. You know, Hordak and Mantenna and Grizzlor.
Oh, they
were far cooler.
Evil. Yeah.
You know, they all were bumbling, but they just, to me, were just cooler. And they were some of my favorite villain toys as well. The Horde. So it'll be interesting to see if they even bring any of that into this new show with the Horde and everything.
They mentioned that she was.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hordak?
It's in the.
Okay.
Hordak is not mentioned in it, but in the description,
he's the leader.
right, is, you know, as a member of the Horde, she gets the
Okay.
power sword,
We'll
and
see.
that unlocks.
We'll see what
She-Ra.
happens. But folks, just give it a shot.
Yeah.
Watch that first or 2 episodes, and if you don't like it, you know, that's okay.
Do you think
You
this
don't have
opens
to
up?
whine, complain, cry, stomp your feet.
Yeah. Does this open up He-Man? Because they have to mention He-Man or Adam.
You would think. I don't know. I don't know what the.
I don't know
deal
how
is.
they
I don't
wouldn't.
know how it's all gonna play out. We shall see. Maybe that's a fun little wink and Easter egg.
You know, he just maybe just shows up from time to time.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know what the rights, the deals, all that
Yeah.
stuff. I don't know how it's.
So that's coming out in November?
I think it's November.
Yeah. It's hard to keep up with all this
So much, man.
Netflix stuff.
So much good stuff.
Good stuff.
We're spoiled, folks. Enjoy it, you bunch of fucking whiny brats.
Also coming out in October, or if not sooner, American Horror Story Apocalypse.
Yeah, it looks okay.
I haven't watched the preview, but it's my 2 favorite seasons combined.
Well, you should watch the preview
Really?
to see how they are doing this. Because
Oh.
I was excited when I heard that,
When I saw the picture, I was
but
like,
then I saw the trailer and was like, oh.
oh, really?
It's not exactly how I thought they were going to do it, so I don't know.
What are they
I gotta
doing?
watch it. Well, you just watch the
All
trailer.
right.
It's interesting.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see. It's funny because I don't think since 2, the Asylum season, I don't think Katie and I have watched an entire season of the show.
Yeah. I thought you watched 5. I thought you watched
I think
Hotel.
All of it? No. We had
okay.
like 2 episodes. I don't think we finished a season since.
Okay.
Maybe we did Roanoke. We might have finished all of Roanoke. I can't remember. But I know for sure there's a bunch there where we just like fell off. It was just like, it was strong and then it wasn't.
Well, that's been its problem.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I watched 1 all the way. 2, I stopped at the Santa episode. It was so stupid. In Asylum.
It was great.
I hated it.
I love Asylum.
Coven.
See, we liked it.
Ah,
I think we
loved it.
just we fell off that show probably like 6 episodes in. So
It has
like
a very
nice,
good. To me, it wrapped up very
we
well.
like the characters.
Started
For
Freak
sure.
Show, and again,
Oh, maybe we did finish.
it started
Freak Show.
good, and then
I don't know.
dipped.
But
So
always gonna give it a shot. Check
yeah,
it out.
I'll go back.
That's another show coming up.
What?
That's shit's coming up.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, all this amazing, crazy, ghoulish stuff is coming up.
I know.
And then right in the middle of that is the Goldbergs. Coming back.
Oh, really?
6th season.
That's good. We love the Goldbergs.
This
I-
month, actually, the end of the month.
Don't know if I finished it
The
because
last season?
of Cody.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna have to go find it
You got it on
and
Hulu.
finish it. I don't have Hulu.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
Well, it's on.
It's because we have Amazon Prime and we have Netflix and
Well, Yeah, we have Hulu for like the weird shows like Castle Rock.
Been watching Castle Rock, streaming it on my computer to the TV. And we're only like 5 deep.
We don't really like it so far.
Yeah.
We haven't finished it, but from all the reports, people say that it truly goes nowhere.
It's
even at the end, it's frustrating as hell.
okay. I was worried about that because, you know, I was really intrigued and I was like, okay, cool. And then Nish is like, let's watch it. And I was like, I don't care, you know? It's not like I don't like it, but I just don't care. Like, it's not really like...
With the people behind it, I am not impressed.
I thought it was literally going to be a show that takes place within his stories. The fact that it's this outside story that kind of does references to the outside stuff, that's where I'm like, well, I don't care. Like, I wanted, like, Stephen King to show. Like, I wanted The Dark Tower, honestly, and I haven't even read those books, but I wanted it to be, like, this dog ran by, his name's Cujo. You know, I really wanted to be more blatant.
Cujo is in there.
Right, but I mean, like, you know what I mean. Like, I wanted it to be, like, something more tied into all the books instead of this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're reading the reviews and they're saying it's going nowhere, that's a shame.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I want to go back now and finish these episodes. And that's the thing. Because there's so much other television, I don't. Like, if it's like, this isn't doing it for me, I don't have to complete it. I don't have to finish it because there's something else that's probably really good that I just need to watch.
You know.
So, like, did you watch Godless? That Western?
It's on my
watching
my
it?
list.
It's good. But now I need to go back. Still gotta finish Gotham. It's too much TV. Too much. That's it.
Is that all we wanted?
That's it for now because I guess we got a little bit of time here, guys. 6:18.
Okay.
Movie starts at 7.
Yeah.
Not much Star Wars news. It's like Han Solo's coming out. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, there hasn't really been any announcements for anything, and...
Yeah, but what do you think about the people saying that the possibility of Luke taking more of a action-oriented role in 9?
How would they even do that?
Well, because we don't... Well, come on, don't say how. That's ridiculous.
Okay, I guess...
You can do whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want.
If Yoda can bring down lightning,
right,
can hit somebody with his cane as a ghost, Luke can get into action.
That's not... I guess I didn't mean it that way. Like, from a story standpoint...
Who knows? Because we have zero idea what they're doing in 9 whatsoever.
Okay, well...
Zero.
Yeah, we can talk about this. Would you want to see that?
Yes! Yes! Yes. Yes.
Would that make you question why he didn't do it in 8? That's where I'm going with this. Like,
I guess...
Obviously, I want to see Luke fucking kill things. I want to see him just do things.
I guess there is that, because if he wanted to do that, he could have done it.
That's all I mean. How do you do
but
that?
Maybe there is something that pushes him that is just, to really show off what he has learned.
Yeah.
You never know. I don't know. But I think we're going to see a lot of Luke in 9. I actually do.
I think there's going to be a bunch of check boxes. He did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He's a clean-shaven Luke now.
Interesting. Well, maybe he'll look like Jedi Luke. Maybe he'll be in, like, all black and be fucking sweet.
I don't think he'll be all black, but...
Wow.
Anyway. I think he is going to be...
Sweet.
Yeah, I think he's... Not
Morlick's Luke. Looking like a real girth. Whatever they're going to do for this movie, it's either going to make me never really care about Episode 8, like it just didn't matter, it just was a blip in the Star Wars franchise, or it's going to make it so it all ties together. This makes sense. to me, making Luke a badass when he didn't would be kind of like, well, why? But, okay, sure, you know, if there's a reason for it, like maybe, obviously it would have something to do with Leia, that he has to really show off these powers, but is that even the Jedi way? You know, it's just...
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if I would think that's going to happen.
I'm just glad Luke is in more of it.
I am.
And he's going to be less grouchy. You know? Because most of 8, he's just grouchy.
Yeah.
He ain't going to be like that.
No, he's not.
He's going to be at 1, because he's one with the Force again. He's just going to be cool, collected Luke. He's going to be probably flicking
tits?
Kylo's ears, giving him wet willies and shit, really bugging him, being in his fucking craw. Like,
did he confirm that he died?
No. I mean, where else?
The only reason why I ask is because you know he came out recently and he was like, why didn't his hand like thunk down?
I mean, everybody said that, but I think that could have been
a
fuck
up.
Forgot.
Shoot, you're right. Like he does have that robot hand.
A movie blunder.
Yeah.
You know? Like, oops.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I mean,
I know, but maybe JJ
gone,
was like, he just went. He just morphed over. He bamfed.
I don't know. Whatever they got going, I'm gonna soak it in.
They started filming at the end of July, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so. Yeah, we got a lot of previews that we're gonna be seeing, I'd say, pretty soon.
I think Captain Marvel's coming quick.
Yeah. Right? Because isn't it in
May? It's March.
March? Okay, so March and then May. And, well, what else? Is Spider-Man next year?
Yes. Spider-Man is like 2 months after Infinity.
Can we just talk about Spider-Man real quick? The game. And it's amazing. That's it. He hasn't played it, so.
We'll get it.
For a Spider-Man fan... Woo!
Oh, I'm a huge Spider-Man.
I know you are, but I'm saying for them, if you are a huge if you're not,
I mean, nobody seems to be being like, this game sucks.
No,
I mean,
nobody.
Everyone seems to be loving this.
Yeah. Game. So sorry if you have an Xbox because it's a PlayStation exclusive. But they made a new story. You know, like they changed it, but I don't care. It's just it's a story that has the same characters that you like. It's just a different way of telling it. Because I'm also a huge Batman Arkham fan, and they really did just take all of the best things about Arkham and put it onto Spider-Man, which are my 2 favorite comic book characters of all time. So for me, I'm like, I'm playing Batman, but I'm playing it as Spider-Man. This is it. It's been great. Loving it. Have you been reading anything? What have you guys been watching? Are you still on your horror movie marathon?
Yeah, man.
Stuff?
Oh, yeah. We got lists long of we just keep watching shit. And then Saturday Morning Sleepover is coming up.
Yep.
So, on September 29th. It is the Halloween edition.
Really?
The second Halloween edition of Saturday Morning Sleepover.
You're not going to do it like October 27th, which is like the weekend before?
No, too many people
do
stuff. Doing shit,
right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And we did it in September last year, too.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
So, yeah, there's tons of stuff that we're watching. And we're actually gonna dive in deep this weekend, because my wife has work off, and River's with us, and we're just gonna go down in the basement and just watch as much as we can.
Suspiria
Tis the
also
season.
This next month or this month.
I'm interested to see if that's gonna get a wide release. I don't know if that is. I think that might
go get it at the Little.
Well, we'll get it at the Little, yeah.
After that dude came out with that shirt though, that was real. The director, they premiered it at something, and his shirt said Harvey Weinstein is innocent. Or something, or Harvey Weinstein isn't, whatever, something like that. The director wore that, and I was like, dude, at least let your movie come out first before you do something like that. Let it make some money.
Is it real or is he joking?
Well, either way, though. But
jerk
that's the
shit.
thing. Either way, in the environment that we are now,
Well, whatever. I'm gonna see the movie.
I'm still
I
going
don't
to
give
see
a
it.
shit.
And, even though you don't give a crap about this, I didn't know this, but Tom York did the soundtrack from Radiohead.
Yeah.
And I listened to the music, and it's great. So I'll be getting the soundtrack. Yeah, my type of music. Sad bastard music. But, I mean, I don't know. I actually didn't even watch the previews. I just read all these reactions.
Suspiria?
Yeah, because I was like, I'm going to see it. I actually really loved the first movie, so I'm going to show my wife that before making
I
her
don't
see
know.
the other one. Why? It looks
Nisha
weird.
will like Suspiria.
You don't think so?
She won't like the original.
Really?
No way.
That's bad.
When's the last time you saw Suspiria?
It's been a few years.
There's no way your wife would like Suspiria.
She likes weird. Well, we'll see. We'll see how long she lasts. I mean, she'll definitely be so creeped out that she
Guaranteed
won't
my
want to
wife would like Suspiria. No.
So, that's another.
But you might like the
thing.
remake. Because from what I understand, he did change
Well, it's
a lot of
longer.
things.
It's like
and
twice as long.
it looks more action-packed.
Okay.
I'm sure it's not packed full of action, but I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like there's more crazy stuff going on, certainly with the powers of the witches and all of that good stuff. So, I don't know. Let's see.
I'm sure Sabrina will be the best witch thing that we see. Other than Harry Potter and the Trials of Grindelwald or whatever.
I mean,
Grindelwald child.
Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Should we get out of here?
Yeah, that's good. Cause we'll be back, guys. We're gonna tell you what we thought of the Predator afterwards. So, stay tuned for that coming right up, probably now.
Bye.
Hey. All right, so we just got out of the Predator.
Predator.
And to me, it was a pretty stupid movie.
But I liked it.
I liked it, but I was definitely those dudes. I was like, your shtick. You gotta
I don't
stop.
care. Yeah, it was stupid. It was violent.
It was very violent.
Action-packed.
It was definitely non-stop action. It
I
went
thought
by
it was
really
fun.
fast.
I thought it was fun. I didn't think it was... I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know. I liked it.
I thought that they introduced some cool things like the technology and the Uber Predator and like all that stuff. I thought was really cool.
They're just expanding.
They
on
are
mythology.
expanding it. I don't
Yeah.
like the. I hope it comes in a 42 long. Whatever.
Whatever. You gotta remember. Remember in 1987?
I
Huh?
do.
Do you remember?
I do.
Come on.
Get to the choppers.
Well,
Yeah. Well, that was funny. I laughed
yeah,
at that.
I know.
That was
But I'm saying there were 1,000 one-liners in the original Predator.
yes.
You know.
So,
It was a Predator movie.
it was a Predator movie.
I liked it.
Do you like it more than Predators?
I will say that they did more with the Predator, like what he could do, the things that he had. You know,
Yeah.
they did more in this movie than
Oh, for
they had
sure.
in the other movies.
Yeah.
You know, Predators,
Yeah.
really. Well, I guess all three of them took themselves very seriously.
Yeah.
Even though the first one is maximum cheese.
Yeah, yeah. This is
But
maximum cheese.
this is maximum. I mean, this is like a fun.
intentional cheese.
This was like Shane Black trying to make a Predator like a fun, wacky event film, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know. I liked it.
We'll see what happens if they see how much money it makes. I don't know how much money it costs.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. The thing is, like these franchises.
They'll never go away.
Yeah. There's always going to be a Predator.
Yeah.
Just like Alien. There's always going to be an Alien. It's just. It'll take some time.
I almost thought an
There'll be
alien
more.
was gonna come in the end. When
I
it
thought
was
it was
like
gonna-
the Predator killer, I was like,
I actually thought it was
Oh!
gonna be Arnold.
oh really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming out of goo.
Oh, like they you know.
Well, that would have been.
He is the ultimate warrior.
Yeah,
and then,
that would be pretty
Where the
amazing.
hell am I? You know.
That would have been really. That would have been even better. But
I bet that's what they had, and then Arnold said no, because he did say no to doing a cameo.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, after he read the script.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was like Fred Decker's like it's Arnold. He's
Yeah,
the ultimate
yeah.
predator killer.
That would have been. That would have been funny. That would have been really.
I
funny.
would have loved that. That would have been
Yeah, I think
ultimate
the
cheese.
audience would have all flipped out. But, yeah. So go see it. We spoiled a little bit, but go see it
Yeah,
for
if you wanna have
yourself.
fun.
It's
fun.
definitely just a fun
Stupid
summer
fun.
dumb fun movie.
Yeah.
That's it. All right.
All right.
Bye.